Is the Strait of Hormuz open or closed? Who the heck knows? Supposedly, all activity is reflected in price, so let's focus on the charts and not worry about geopolitics. There's a lot of stuff going on today. I think the strait's been open and closed at least once today, maybe twice. So anyway, a lot going on today geopolitically. Here we have silver in the daily time frame. We had some really nice action this morning. Silver broke above the 50-day moving average, and we had a very strong, impulsive price move this morning. It's backed off, and again, I suspect that this backing off in price is relative or related to geopolitical activity. There's too much going on today, in my opinion, to make any financial moves. Keep your powder dry would be my advice. So here in silver, nice move. It's pulling back, potentially a breakout again above the 50-day moving average. We've moved, or silver has moved past the downward sloping. This is the first median line extension of this modified shift pitchfork. And so potentially silver has broken through that resistance level, and we'll see how it does going forward. MACD did give us a new buy signal yesterday or today, and that's a good thing. MACD is still in bear mode, so we don't want to put a lot of emphasis on that signal. Energy elevated, gold similar story to silver. The difference in gold is that, today again we got a nice strong push this morning, but gold just pushed up into its 50-day moving average and has now pulled back. And so actually that looks like another top to me rather than the start of a bullish move. Same thing in MACD, new buy signal, albeit MACD still in bear mode. So want to be careful on that. Energy rising. So metals still looking good. I'd still describe this as a sideways consolidation. Maybe some bullish hints coming in that the uptrend is about to restart. I'm still hesitant personally just because of what's going on in the world. I think there are more important things to focus on than the financial markets, but that's just me. We looked at this in the last video. This is the three fans technique, which gives us some insight into when a downtrend may potentially be ending. And what we see is that this is our second fan, and silver has clearly broken through that second fan line. The way, just as a reminder, the way we get these fan lines is that they're just simple trend lines. We start from our high, and then we go to our first peak, and there's our fan one. Same thing from the high, peak two, there's fan two. And I'm just guessing, I'm spitballing when I drew this chart, just spitballing at fan three. Coincidentally, price has, arrived about there and pulled back. I'll adjust that just a tad. And so potentially that's our fan three, and we're waiting for silver to break through that fan to demonstrate that the downtrend is definitively over. And then another way of looking at this downtrend, we've got just a simple trend line, and what we can see is that in today's activity, price has broken above that trend line, and we'll wait and see if that bullish move continues. Again, in MACD, new buy signal, albeit MACD still in bear mode. So, and I noticed as well when I was looking at this chart this morning that we also have potentially a double top going on. If we look at that action right there, we could describe that as a potential double top. So we'll see where silver goes from here. Looking at the mining stocks, obviously they're behaving well. They're responding positively this week to the action in the metals. Of the stocks that I have in my portfolio, Hecla is the stock that looks the most inviting to me at this point. and is most likely the stock that I will load up on when I decide that the rally has resumed, the rally in mining stocks. Assuming that it does resume, Hecla is likely to be the stock that I load up on. So, and I'll do a separate explanation of why that is. Just a couple of quick things. This is Hecla in the daily time frame, 50 and 200-day moving averages. When I compare Hecla to the other mining stocks that I watch, Hecla's 50-day moving average is closer to the 200-day average than in the other stocks. And so in my mind, that's Hecla has worked off its overbought condition to a greater extent than some of the other mining stocks, meaning that, you know, the way has been cleared in Hecla for a renewed rally and potentially a significant rally. Hecla has recently demonstrated that it is a $34 stock. And so the next big run, wouldn't be surprised to see Hecla go back to test that level, you know, which darn near double from where we're at right now. Potentially capitulation selling. If we look at this, you know, there's a little spike in volume, here's a spike in volume, and those spikes coincide with price coming down and testing the support level, finding support there, and then moving higher. And so it's potential that we've had at least 2 rounds of capitulation selling, and that's another one of the behaviors that helps us know when a downtrend has ended, is that basically it's the current holders of the stock or whatever vehicle we're looking at. They just give up. They throw up their hands. They're disgusted. They're tired of losing money, and they just dump their position into the market at whatever price they can get. And that capitulation is a common feature at the end of downtrends, significant downtrends. So that's all I got for today, folks. We'll keep an eye out going forward. My only advice is don't get overly excited and jump in too soon. I believe when the precious metals resume rallying, there will be lots of time to get aboard. Talk to you soon.